Okay. Hello, everyone. If you are continuing your work, we're on the next page. If you're picking it back up again today, we are now on to we are still in lesson 30. We're on to find the missing side length. So study the example problem showing how to use perimeter to find the missing side length of the shape. I love this. I don't know why. It's like a puzzle to me. And I'm sorry, this is page 323. Water. Okay, so let's see if you can see. All right, this is a floor plan for the shed that Porter is going to build. The perimeter of the shed is 16 meters. So all the way around, if we add it up, that's how we find perimeter. It is 16 meters. What is the missing side length? The perimeter is 16 meters. That means that the sum of all the side lengths is 16. So we're going to add all these up and see what we're missing. They did that right here. They started with 5 plus 3 plus 3 plus 2 plus 1 plus question mark equals 16. So all of that, if you added it together, would be 14 plus question mark equals 16. So you could set it up and subtract it, or you could count up to see how many more you need. So if you have 14 and you need 16, 14, 15, 16, the missing side length is 2 meters. If we were in class, I'd be giving you so many of these. I love them. Write an equation to find the perimeter of this rectangle. Okay, let's see, where do you want to start? You can start anywhere you want. Go ahead and pause this if you need to. To write the equation to find the perimeter, I'm going to start here. First side length, 4. Plus, then I'm going to go all the way around. 3 plus 4 plus 3. Looks like a perfect rectangle there. So I like to go, so you could add this up as you go along. So 4, 5, 6, 7, and then keep counting on. Otherwise, I would take these numbers and say, oh, I know 4 and 3 is, what is 4 and 3? Figure that out. And then add those together. 4 and 3 is 7. Another 4 and 3 is 7. 7 plus 7. Figure that out. 14 meters. We're not doing area anymore, so forget the square meters. That's when we're talking about the inside. Right now we're talking about the outside. The perimeter of this rectangle is 12 feet. How can you find the missing side length? What is the side length? So look, it's a question mark. So how can you find the missing side length, friends? Pause this now if you think you can write this. I think you can. Hopefully you paused it and wrote an answer. I can find the missing length if I add the lengths I have then subtract from the total. So let's find that missing side length. If you haven't, I'd like you to pause that video and find it. And again, pause the video to write this down, please. So I've got 3 and 5. So 5, 6, 7, 8. So I have 8, and my total perimeter was 12. So I need to take 12 minus 8. So you can count up here. That would be my suggestion. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. You see how I did that? 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Give me 4 feet. And then we'll just circle our answer there. A square has a perimeter of 20 inches. Hoo-hoo, I love squares. They always try to trick me. They don't know that I know that squares are the same length on every side. Explain how to find the length of each side. So, if you know that a square is the same on each side, then you need to figure out what times what equals 20. Or sorry, not for area. So what if you added it up together would equal 20? So sort of what times what. We went over it in our instruction book. So if you had a perfect square, how many sides are on a square? 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 times what would equal 20, or 20 divided by 4? What is that answer? How many 4s go into 20? Let's find out. 4, 8, 12, 16, 20. So how many 4s is that? 5. So if this were 5, and this were 5, and this were 5, and this were 5, that would equal 20. This is where it is tricky, especially when we came from a lesson of doing area and perimeter. Our brains kind of sometimes want to think about working on area, but this is perimeter, the distance around. So explain how I found the length of each side. I know that a square has equal sides. I divided 20 into 4 equal sides. 20 divided by 4 equals 5. I feel like we don't even need to pay attention to this. So let's put a smiley face by it with its tongue sticking out because we know that perimeter, the distance around a shape found by finding the sum of the side lengths. So the sum is when you're adding it together. Next page. We're really diving in here. Okay, so not Lorenzo, but Hunter. Can I zoom it anymore? Oh, this one I didn't zoom yet, the new video. Oh, sorry, friends. Let's see how this goes. Okay. Hunter knows that the perimeter of a trapezoid, over here, is 18 centimeters. Show how to find the length of the top side. What is the length in the blank? Okay, so if we know that the total is 18, then we're going to take 3 plus 8 plus 3 plus question mark. 3 plus 8 plus 3 plus question mark equals 18. So let's see what we have here. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So 14 plus question mark equals 18. So how many more to get to 18? Or 18 minus 14. So 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Missing number is 4. Nadia. Angie. Angie makes a sign for her bedroom door. She wants to put a ribbon border all around all the edges of the sign. Oh, nice. She has 12 inches of ribbon. Is that enough? Oh, I think we did a project like that not too long ago. Was it for Valentine's Day, perhaps, where we had to find the ribbon? Yes, it was. Okay, so will she have enough? She has 12 inches. Let's count this up together. So, oh, you know, when I look at this, I love tens. You know I love tens. So I look at this and I see 2 5s right away. Bam, I know that's 10 plus. And this is 2 inches and this is 2 inches. So actually together that would be 4. And then same here. 4. 4 plus 4. So 10 plus 8 equals 18. She has 12. Does she have enough? No. She will need 18 inches. Or you could say 6 more inches. And I realize, I feel like you got that 2 and 2 is 4, but I'm just going to perfectly set this up in the longer way up here as well for an equation. So I'm going to do it correctly, which would be, instead of even making my 5s, which would be not correctly, but a little bit more thought out. Well, that's not quite the right word, but anyways, so 5 and then plus 2 plus 2 plus 5 plus 2 plus 2 equals 18. You can see that my way, if you can remember to make those 10s, it makes it a little shorter. Okay, the perimeter of this shape is 20 feet. Show how to find the missing length. I love them, you know I do. So, sorry, I'm trying to move my chair around. We need to add all of these perimeters. We know it's supposed to equal 20 feet. We need to find what's missing. So subtract our total from 20 feet. So I'd like you to add all of these fine numbers together and then subtract from 20. Pause the video and do that now. Okay, hopefully you paused the video. We're gonna get going. So I know 3, and you can write this all out if you want, okay? But I see 3 plus 3, which is 6, and then I have 6 here. I know 6 plus 6 is 12, then add the 3, 12 plus 3, 12, 13, 14, 15 I'm at. And then these are all 1, 1, and 1, so 15, 16, here's our question mark, we don't know. Well, 17, there's question mark, and 18. So I have 18, so you could do, I'll write this out for you. 3 plus 3 plus 6 plus 3 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1, and equals 18. So then I take 20 minus 18, because it should have been, sorry, I should have done 3 plus 3 plus 6 plus 3 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus question mark equals 20. And then now I take the 20 minus 18, which is 2. Feet. Let's circle my answer. Okay, moving on. Alexis, has a garden in the shape of a hexagon. If you remember, a hexagon has 6 sides. Each of the 6 sides of the hexagon is 6 feet long. What is the perimeter of the garden? Well, if it has 6 sides and each has a length of 6 feet, then what should you do? Pause this if you need to. 6 times 6. So I know you're thinking, wait, well, some of you are. We're supposed to be adding, not multiplying. But it would be 6 plus 6 plus 6 plus 6 plus 6 plus 6. So which is the same as 6 times 6, which is 36. Was that feet? Yep. That is a large hexagon. I'm going to circle my answer. Okay, last one on this page. A rectangle has 2 sides that are each 6 centimeters long. Their perimeter is 22 centimeters. How long are the other 2 sides? So if you have 2 sides that are 6 centimeters, so that's 6 plus 6 plus question mark, and these two need to be the same, equals 22. That's where we are right now. So 6 times 6, excuse me, 6 plus 6, what is that? Okay, 6 plus 6 is 12. So really what this would look like is 12 plus question mark, or 2 times question mark, equals 22. Because there's 2 of these, so I can just multiply it. So let's figure that out. So we need to subtract the 12 from 22. So some of you would have been able to just do that quickly in your head. 2 minus 2 is 0, and then 2 minus 1 is 1. So 10 plus 2 times question mark equals 22. Oopsie. Okay. Wait, I did that wrong. Sorry. I was thinking of my dog barking outside. I kind of messed you up a little bit here. So this should have been, no, I didn't. It was 22 minus 12. So this is where I messed you up. Okay. So the answer was 10, right? So it's 22 minus 12 was 10. So now we need to figure what times 2 equals 10. So think about that. How many 2's go into 10? Okay. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So it should be 5. Sorry about that. So the solution is 5. So if you had 6 plus 6 plus 5 plus 5, that would equal 22. 5 centimeters. Okay, I'm going to stop this one, and I will catch you next time on 325 as we go over same area and different perimeter.